Podcast 250 Love as a Central Christian Theme, a textual analysis of a preacher's sermon on 1 John 4 7 to 12, copyright 2025, ISBN 9798902717102. Hello everyone, I am Dr. William Anderson Gittins, DD, coming to you from the beautiful island of Barbados. It's a pleasure to be here with you today as we embark on an enlightening journey of exploration. In this podcast, we'll be discussing love as a central Christian theme, a textual analysis of a preacher's sermon on 1 John 4 7 to 12, copyright 2025, ISBN 9798902717102. This conversation presents a compelling textual examination of love as a central theme in Christian theology, specifically as found in the epistle of 1 John. We'll explore how my homily connects biblical exegesis with contemporary societal challenges, focusing particularly on 1 John 4 7 to 12. This analysis dives deep into the nature of love as articulated in the passage and its relevance in both historical and modern contexts. It's an exploration that promises to enrich your understanding of love within the Christian faith, particularly in the framework of a fractured world. Love in 1 John, a profound exploration. In light of the discussion outlined in the textual analysis, a question that might be circulating in the minds of many listeners is, what exactly is Christian love according to 1 John? Is love merely a feeling, or is there something deeper and more profound embedded within the text? This textual analysis emphasizes that in 1 John, love is not merely an emotion or commandment, but is the very essence of God's nature and the defining characteristic of Christian life, Gittins 2025. As described in 1 John 4 7 to 12, love is relational, communal, and profoundly sacrificial. The Apostle John's teaching challenges believers to reflect divine love in their interactions with others, urging them to embody a love that transcends the superficial and engages deeply with the world around them. This love, according to John, is not optional for Christians, but rather a foundational element of their identity as followers of Christ. Rhetoric strategies in preaching love. A key element of my analysis is the use of rhetorical strategies in preaching. Preachers often employ various techniques to make deep theological ideas accessible and relevant to their congregations. One such strategy is repetition, such as the phrase, "God is love," which serves to anchor the central message of the sermon and enhance memorability. Gittins 2025. Repeating this phrase throughout the sermon serves not only to emphasize the importance of love, but also to reinforce its theological significance. Moreover, through my Doctor of Divinity lens, I have captured and framed preachers' use of narrative examples and personal antidotes to bridge abstract theological concepts with real-life tangible experiences. This helps make the message actionable for listeners, demonstrating how they can embody God's love in their daily lives. Additionally, contrast is another tool frequently used by preachers. By juxtaposing worldly love with divine love, they challenge their congregations to reconsider their assumptions and adopt a moral, radical, sacrificial understanding of love. Gittins 2025. Christian love in the modern context, a call to action. In today's world, marked by individualism and division, it's easy to become desensitized to the call for radical, sacrificial love. However, the sermon addressed in this textual analysis isn't just a traditional Sunday morning sermon. It is, in fact, a challenge to contemporary Christians. The preacher calls on congregants to live out their faith through communal love that transcends societal divisions. This approach tackles the individualistic tendencies in modern culture, offering a counter-narrative of communal and sacrificial love that directly engages with contemporary issues. As I highlight in the conversation, the sermon actively engages with critical cultural issues such as loving your enemies. This is not just a theological concept, it's a challenge to live out the countercultural message of Christ in a world that often seems to promote the opposite. Throughout the lens of 1 John 4:7-12, we see that love is not just a sentimental feeling, but a transformative power that calls Christians to act radically in the face of division and injustice. Gittins 20:25. In conclusion, a reflection on the relevance of 1 John 4:7-12. As we wrap up this exploration, it's clear that 1 John 4:7-12 offers profound insight into the nature of Christian love and its transformative power in the world. By examining how preachers use rhetoric and narrative to connect the ancient text with modern issues, we gain a deeper understanding of how God's love can be lived out in contemporary society. The sermon analyzed in this conversation not only bridges doctrine with lived experience, but also emphasizes the relevance of the biblical text in addressing social and political divides. The challenge then is not just to listen to the message, but to live it, loving sacrificially, even in the face of opposition or hatred. Gittins 20:25. Thank you for joining me today as we have explored the timeless message of love found in 1 John 4:7-12. It has been a pleasure sharing these insights with you, and I encourage you to reflect on the transformative power of love in your own life. As always, I invite you to explore my e-publication, Love as a Central Christian Theme, a textual analysis of a preacher's sermon on 1 John 4:7-12, Gittins 2025, ISBN 979890271710, which captures this discourse in greater detail. Until next time, take care and may God bless you.